Okay, we will discuss about the SAR of antiviral drugs. So, what is the in the SAR of antiviral drugs? We will explain first is the structure of amantadine. In the amantadine nucleus, it is a adamantine nucleus. Amantadine is having which nucleus? It is having a adamantine nucleus. So, the substitution, that is NH2 group, is substituted by which one? N-alkyl and NN dialkyl derivatives of amantadine show similar to that of that compound is possess similar action as that of amantadine, and in the NH2 group is again substituted by N-acyl derivatives of amantadine that possess reduced antiviral action. Okay, clear. Then next one is NH2 group is also replaced by hydroxyl group SH and cyano group or halogens that will produce a compound with inactive activity. Clear? So that is the 3 points comes under the amantadine SAR. Clear? Then next comes to the acyclovir. In the acyclovir, what is the nucleus present in acyclovir? It is a purine nucleoside and is having a substitution at the 7th position is substituted by CH2 O, CH2, CH2 OH, and second position is substituted by NH2 group, and the fourth position is 1, 2, 3, fourth position is substituted by hydroxyl group. That is the substitutions. We will replace the side chain hydroxyl group of acyclovir with a L-valine ester compound that possess the bioavailability will be increased at the time of the SAR of this acyclovir. Hydroxyl group is replaced by L-valine ester that will improve the bioavailability of the drug. Clear now? Then next one, there is a substitution of addition of a CH2 group in the side chain that will also produces a compound with opposite action. Opposite action means it does not possess antiviral action. So next, and that will also affect the activity spectrum and also the safety profile of the drug. And comes to the third point, the fourth position CO group is replaced by a amino group that will possess good water solubility and poor absorption. So that compound is known as deciclovir. Clear now? Fourth position is substituted by a NH2 group that will possess good water solubility and also having poor absorption of the drug. And the last point comes to the acyclovir, that is the second substitution, that is substituted by which group? NH2 group, that is replaced by a 3,5-dichlorobenzyl group. Dichlorobenzyl group. Benzyl group is having third and fifth position is having chlorine atom that possess a inhibitory action. That compound is having inhibitory action. So these are the 4 points comes to the SAR of antiviral in the case of acyclovir. Clear now? Next one comes to the idoxuridine. Idoxuridine, what is the structure of idoxuridine? It is a pyrimidine nucleoside and is having, what is the substitution? That is substituted by a deoxyribose sugar. Idoxuridine is having a pyrimidine structure and is substituted by a deoxyribose sugar. So you have to write down the structure and explain what are the nucleus present in the idoxuridine. Okay, next one. In the case of idoxuridine, the name itself, idoxuridine means it is having a fifth position. There is a substitution of iodine atom that is replaced by a CF3 group, that is trifluoride. At a lower dose, it will produces compounds with a metabolically stable product than the idoxuridine. Clear now? Trifluoridine, that is fifth position is substituted by CF3 that possess compound with metabolically stable than idoxuridine. Next comes to the pseudovodine. What is the structure of pseudovodine? It is a purine nucleotide and is having a deoxyribose sugar substituted at the purine nucleus. That is the structure of pseudobudine. That pseudobudine is a analog of which drug? Thymidine. And the third position of the deoxyribose sugar, that is substituted by N3 position is substituted by that is substituted by the acido group. So that is the structure of pseudobudine. So pseudobudine is a thymidine analog and is having which one? The deoxyribose sugar is substituted by a third position with a acido group. And come to the protease inhibitors. What are the compounds comes under the protease, HIV protease inhibitors? Ribavirin and saquinavir. Ribavirin is a which nucleotide? It is a purine nucleotide and is having a deoxy D-ribose sugar moiety. That is the structure of ribavirin and it is having HIV action. It possesses HIV protease inhibitory action. And in the case of saquinavir, what are the groups present in the saquinavir? It is having a hydroxy ethylamine moiety and a carboxamide moiety that is specially designed for HIV protease. So come to the SAR. What are the points? For the amantadine and also for the acyclovir, then idoxuridine, then pseudobudine, and last one is the HIV protease inhibitors. That is the SAR of antiviral drugs. And come to the chemistry of drugs. You have to explain which nucleus is present in the case of amantadine and which nucleus and what are the substitutions present in the acyclovir. And for the idoxuridine also, you have to explain what is the nucleus present in idoxuridine and what are the substitutions in the case of idoxuridine. Pseudobudine also the same way, you have to explain all the nucleus present and what are the substitutions in the pseudobudine. And in the case of HIV protease inhibitors, in the case of ribavirin and saquinavir, what are the nucleus present and what are the substitutions of ribavirin and saquinavir. Okay.